How y'all are this afternoon? This is your buddy George Jones over at Alberga Gun Range with my next installment on. Hey, I got this old used gun. The old used gun I got today is a damn Slam-damly. The Mosin Nagant revolver. Now these things are associated with being from Russia, and they are. But they are in fact a Belgian design gun. I mean, you see a lot of the Belgian guns have similar action to this gun with the exception of the gas sealing arrangement. Now, the cartridges for this gun are kind of unique. If you look at this cartridge, it's kind of peculiar looking. It's got a big strong roll crimp right up here, and it's got the bullet is seated down below the mouth of the cartridge. This is done because this gun is designed to be a gas seal revolver. In other words, the way the cylinder arrangement is made, when you pull the trigger or pull the hammer into battery, the cylinder moves forward against the gas seal spigot of the forcing cone up here and seals the chambers against the barrel. I don't know that that's any mechanical value on a close range weapon or not, just to tell you the truth. They started making these guns in 1895 in Russia and continued to make them all through the World War I, into the 20s and 30s, and of course quit making them in 1945. I personally believe that the only purpose that this gun really had was for an officer to commit suicide with it or shoot some of their troops. You know, because that, you know, the NVKVD, GED, the NVGED, whatever it was, the secret police that weren't very secret because they all wore signs on their body that said secret police. They had these guns, and you could put a suppressor on this gun and it'd be a operational suppressed revolver because of the gas seal arrangement. This gun is, I believe this gun is Ishmash manufactured, Ishmash Arsenal. Yeah, it's got the old Ishmash proof mark on it right there. This gun was probably made in the 1930s, 1940s, you know, probably a World War II production gun, and they made millions of them. I mean, literally manufactured millions of them. You know, they made Mosin Nagants all the way up to the 70s. So, you know, they just wouldn't quit manufacturing anything. They, you know, the guarantee of socialism is everybody's got a job, whether they're making something of value or not. With all that being said, let's load this guy up and see if we can get some kind of a shoot on it. I've got a little dirty bird target up down there at 15 yards. We're going to load this guy up. It loads like a single action revolver with a loading gate, and it's a freewheel type revolver, so it's a freewheeler until you get shells in it, and then the cartridge rims become part of the cylinder locking process, much in the same way old Young American Harrington Richardson or an Ivor Johnson home protector or one of those guns operates. All right, we got her all loaded up. I'm gonna get me some ear mufflers on here, and we're gonna make a complete fool out of herself. See if I can pinch this guy, and it's not very powerful at all. And it's got too much trigger pull on it. The trigger pull is too heavy to even consider shooting it as a double action revolver. I think I hit it. It has an atrocious trigger. I think I've hit it once. All right, that's that. Now, to get this guy unloaded, you open that gate up, turn this ferrule out here on the ejection rod, pull the ejection rod out like that, turn the mechanism over here, and then rotate a cylinder into place so you can ejectify it somehow or another. And then pull it back. It doesn't have return on it. Maybe if you're lucky, it'll fall out. You know? Imagine this regiment in a firefight. When you're an officer being overrun and this is your only weapon. All right, we'll load her back up. We'll give the old Mosey a second chance. Here. Loads pretty conventionally, one at a time. You know, it is anything but a comfortable gun to shoot. And, you know, the recoil is not bad. It doesn't have a serious recoil impulse. But it's just a kind of a lousy gun. Oh, I hit it again. Make sure we got them all shot. All right, kids, let's go down there and take a look at it. Let me get out of this chair. I'm not very hopeful. You should be able to see them from here. That was 14 rounds. Out of that 14 rounds, I managed to hit that target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. That's not very acceptable marksmanship. So, would you use a Mosin Nagant 1895 as a defensive firearm? Well, my answer is, if all you've got is an 1895 Mosin Nagant revolver, and you're in a defensive situation, I'd call a cab and try and get in a different grid square. That's what I would do. These guys are a straight 0 as a defensive firearm. They're a straight 0 as a target shooting firearm. The only value this gun has is something to have in your gun collection. Okay? If you've got a 1888 French ordnance revolver or something like that, this would be a good gun to be hanging next to it on a wall. But as a serviceable defensive firearm, no, absolutely not. Now, the value of this gun is quite high. In today's market, these guys still sell upwards of $200. Originally, these guns were imported in about 20 years ago, and they were selling for about $49, $59. Nobody wanted them. And as the gun market changed, people want them. Now, it's possible to get a replacement cylinder for this gun, which will allow you to shoot 32 Smith & Wesson longs out of it. That would be a good option, and I know a man that has one of those, and we may do another Mosin Nagant revolver with better ammunition. But I value this gun in the condition it's in, which is about 98%, at being about $225. So if you're out there looking for one of these things, and I hope you're not, you should have to pay somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 plus for it. It's terrible. Well, that's about the size of it for this installment of 8. I got this old used gun. Like I say, there, like a share, tape, comment. Well, you know the thing. We'll see y'all when we see you. God bless everyone. Join the NRA. We'll see you now.